Ubisoft recently released its open-world first-person shooter, Far Cry 6, to the masses, garnering some good scores across the board. We gave it a very respectable 8.5 out of 10 in our review. However, having finished the main story, we felt there was an underlying feeling that Ubisoft was perhaps trying a little too hard to present the ever-powerful and equal to their male counterpart, female gaming character. During the game's prologue, gamers are free to choose either a male or female Danny Rojas character, whose backstory is ex-military. There's nothing out of the ordinary about that. In fact, we welcome having this choice, especially as Ubisoft go all out in recording separate dialogue for the male and female characters in their games. As players progress through the Far Cry 6 story, they encounter various male and female characters, and yet, aside from your weapons making sidekick, half of the mission givers are kick-ass female characters. Again, there's nothing wrong with this per se, but it feels like Ubisoft are deliberately pushing a not needed gender narrative here, with the abundance of leading ladies dishing out missions and joining the player in battle on occasion. We strongly believe that in these times, and with so many games presenting a strong female lead, the forcing of strong female leads in games is not really necessary. It feels like pandering to a mindset which believes women are still unrepresented and misrepresented in video games, where positive leads should be used rather than those who are sexualized to readdress the balance. In Far Cry 6, there is no intention to sexualize any of the characters aside from a few shirtless men. Quite the opposite here. The female characters look and play the same as their male counterparts, and as a player, we are supposed to just accept that whether it rests on realism or not. However, we have often argued outside of Far Cry 6 that when developers make their female characters offer the same traits as their male counterparts, the distinction between male and female begins to blur. Women tend to become men with female skins rather than offering their own take on being a gaming character. Sure, not all female characters should act in a specific way or all the same, but to offer something fresh against well-established gaming tropes male characters have established over the last 30 years would be a breath of fresh air. Far Cry 6 isn't a game to offer that. A shame, because we think the open world gameplay in these games would suit having a new set of skills and means to accomplish goals that don't necessarily rely on the tried and trusted, as an alternative additional option for players. Far Cry 7 then, although we suspect Ubisoft will opt for the series' first female main villain, outside of any spin-off games like Far Cry New Dawn. Okay, well here are all the female characters in Far Cry 6. I'm Rob Cram. Thanks for watching.
Man named Juan Cortez. He helped me build Libertad from the dirt. Juan's a spy master from the pre-Castillo days. Can build an ICBM from a goddamn ice cube tray. Pulled off ops for Espinosa, the KGB, then flipped to the CIA and Mossad for fun. Juan is my mentor. He's also unstable and an alcoholic. When shit went south, he was so embarrassed he walked straight out of my camp. Castillo's soldados would love nothing more than to capture a double agent like Cortez. I need him back with Libertad, Danny. He's done with us, but you're a fresh face. Take this earpiece. Juan made them for comms, then head to the village. If I were you, I would check the bar first.
I need your help to find the lieutenant. Our soldier friend said he saw Napoleon el Pequeño's private island.
So you and me are going to take a boat from a dock in Siniestra to Cayo Villarreal.
We take out this Singao and Jose's whole operation crumbles. But keep this between you and me, okay? Papa's got enough stress to deal with right now.
We hit Maria's rum factory. We fucked up her billboards, and the bitch didn't even buy a fake eyelash. Meanwhile, Maximas Matanzas is dead, and I'm still stuck in this swamp. We've spilled real blood, Danny, and Marquesa doesn't even have a scratch on her. Fuck this. I'm gonna call out her bullshit right to her face. Marquesa's putting on a PR event, some kind of tour for foreign journalists. If you can get us passes, I'll give her a one-on-one performance in front of the whole world. Force them to hear the truth.
There's these farmers in Sombreado Gorge. They're super fans of La Moral. Actually, they're super fans of me. They were part of my fan club when I was on the national team. They tipped us off to this special convoy that always rolls through Shao Pass. We put together a smash-and-grab attack plan. and I told my superfans to sit tight until they hear the word knuckleball. Nobody knows what this fancy convoy is carrying, but we know it's valuable. Benitez always slams it with crazy security. 100 soldados. Danny, we need you to hit the convoy. I'm sure you can handle this all by yourself. But if you want some help, my people are pumped and ready to go. I'll keep tabs on the convoy and let you know when it's near the pass.
I need you to go to the Gran Hotel Caballero. It used to be a resort for wealthy turistas, but Benitez converted it into some sort of prison torture hellhole. One of our fighters, Hugo, is being held there, which means he's got an appointment with the dentist, the regime's best interrogator. If the dentist gets any information out of him, we're fucked. He's got a good heart, but Hugo will crack like a fucking coconut. You need to stop that interrogation, whatever it takes. I already sent a scout to the hotel. She'll help when you get there. And one of Gilberto's people can get you past the guards if you hide in the back of his delivery truck. But you better hurry. The truck is leaving soon from the delivery yards.
When I was a girl, the air here used to smell like the ocean. But the foreign corporations came, poisoned everything. Back in '67, we kicked them out. For decades, you could breathe the air. Then Espinosa started to sell off our industries. Then Anton took over. He opened the door for that Yankee McKay. His operation produces the poison needed to make Viviro. And the pipeline here is a vital part of that cancer treatment. Lorenzo showed me the photographs you took of their research. Disgusting. So Yelena and I came up with a plan to cripple production of Castillo's wonder drug. Think of that Yankee's main chemical plant like a heart, and all these pipes are like arteries. Cut the arteries, and the heart goes into a catastrophic state. So follow the pipes, Danny. Destroy the substations, and you'll create a pressure overload at the plant. That's when Yelena will access their computers, and will be able to kill McKay's poison operation for good.
Danny, want to get down and dirty? And by that, I mean knock Soldado face down in the mud. Wait until you see what those come mierdas are doing now.
You might look like a guerrilla, but you're an artist. I can tell. I'm Senya, I paint. And you're just in time. How do you feel about stealing one of Jose's tanks? One goes missing, who gives a shit? Bring it back and we'll get to work. I have a vision, and it needs more tank.
No, you came for the same thing everybody else does. Yami's magic touch. I'd love to get under your hood, but we gotta get that oil flowing first. Some dickhead officer took my car and stored it up at the old racetrack, which those assholes turned into a training ground. I'd love for you to steal it back from me, but you're going to have to get your hands dirty. I got some punch for your ride, an anti-vehicle weapon that'll make your guerrilla heart beat faster.
I am tired of convincing all the farmers around here to help Libertad. You guerrillas do nothing for us except put our lives in danger. You love saying that you are fighting for the people, but you don't even know who the people are, do you? Today is the day Libertad returns the favor to me and my farmers, or else we are going to stop helping you hypocrites. Oíste? Go to the Arese, Duarte, and Hinojosa farms in Casa Rivera. Give them a hand with anything they need. Let them know they're not being forgotten.